Hey nerds, what's up? Today we are doing my top 10 favorite series of all time. Before we get into this video though, I do want to make an announcement. I made a second channel, so it's going to be linked right down below and it's called More Sassy Kassie. That's original. And I'm going to be posting mostly vlogs about what I'm eating and stuff. If you want to check that out, you can. It's right down there. It doesn't have anything on it yet, so like don't expect some videos, but it will have videos soon. Let's get into it. So these are vaguely in order of going from 10 to 1. The first one that we want to talk about is the Selection series by Cass. This is a relatively recent read for me. I read these a couple years ago now. This is about a girl named America Singer, and she comes from a lower class area of this kingdom, and the selection is going on, which is basically this huge beauty pageant competition sort of for the prince's heart. America Singer gets picked from a lottery to be in this selection. It is a little bit Hunger Games-esque minus the murdering. It is really entertaining and I really like. The faster you read, the better it is, because sometimes she irritates me, but I like this series a lot. Number 9 is a series that I read a while ago now. The Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan. This is a Greek mythology retelling about this kid named Percy who ends up being the son of Poseidon, and then it's all about his quests. Rick Riordan is a great Greek mythology retelling teller. I've always been a fan of Greek mythology and this just made it that much better. I want to reread them. The next series is something that people on BookTube don't talk about that much. His Dark Materials, Philip Pullman. The first one is The Golden Compass. This is about an alternate universe where human souls are held out of body in an animal that is connected to you. It's kind of like Harry Potter Expecto Patronum spell, but they're there all the time. Experiments going on these souls. They are aware of alternate universes where the souls don't exist, and it's a really fascinating story. I really want to reread it actually because I don't remember a whole lot, but the main character's name is Lyra, and I really love that name for a future child. Next is a series that I'm actually currently rereading, and it is the Ugly series by Scott Westerfeld. I'm currently rereading it for like the billionth time, but I'm listening to it for the first time on audiobook and I'm almost done with it. In this society, at 16, you become pretty, and there's a surgery that makes you to the fullest extent as perfect as possible. There's more darker aspects of the pretty surgery. I love it. It's like one of those fake utopians that then as you sort of realize that it's not a utopian, it's actually a dystopian. It's one of those series. Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare. I absolutely love these books. The Mortal Instruments are also good. I think that they're all connected, and so they kind of almost are all one series. I want to say it's like the 1800s when the story takes place, and it's about the Shadowhunter world, half angel, half human beings that get rid of demons in our world where there are also humans, but the humans don't know that anything like that exists. It's also one of the best love triangles I've ever read because you actually can't pick between them. I didn't want her to end up with one of them. I wanted her to have a polyamorous relationship with both of them. Number 5 is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series by Stieg Larsson, English translation. And it's so good. This is one of the darkest, most intense series I've ever read. This is the only book in this whole set that is an adult book. Definitely lots of trigger warning for rape and sexual assault and all of that. I love this series so much. It's so good. So it's about this man named Mikael Blomkvist. He's a writer for a newspaper that he also owns and publishes himself with his partner, and he gets in trouble right when the story starts for not plagiarizing, for slandering someone who's really famous. And then because of that, he can't find a job and his publishing house is going to shit, so he ends up taking himself out of the equation so that the publishing newspaper can still run, partnering with this woman named Elizabeth, who is my favorite character. Talk about a badass woman. They end up investigating this murder mystery together. So thrilling and exciting and intense and dark and twisted. Oh my god. Number 4 on this list is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I love this book a lot. I loved the dystopian genre so much at the time that I read these the first time. It's very thought-provoking in my opinion. Like, this is a young adult novel that people tend to be like, young adult novels, they don't matter. This is about a girl named Katniss Everdeen in a world in which names into a basket of all of those kids under 18 within the country. They get picked out of the basket once a year to die in a free-for-all game shown to the entire country for fun. Number 3 on the list is one that you might laugh at me for. It's Twilight. This is one of those books that just made me love reading even more than I already did. It all of a sudden made it okay to talk about loving reading in public, because before this series came out, people would be like, oh my god, you like to read, you're such a nerd, I hate reading, and I still read, but then I just wouldn't bring books to school. And then this happened and everyone had one in their bag and I was like, yes! Now I'm with my people. I know where they are. We were all hiding from each other, but now we all know we exist. I love Twilight. My number 2 and my number 1 spot were actually really hard to decide on. So number 2 on the list is the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. Oh my god, I love this series so much. Almost tops my first one. Like, it's really hard, and I'll talk about why it doesn't in just a few minutes, but this series is so good. It is about this badass Selena Sardathian assassin who gets caught early on before the book starts, and she's going to live her life in a slave encampment, and then the king decides that he wants to make a competition for somebody to become his personal assassin, and the prince chooses her. This first one is good, and then the second one happens and it's really good, and then the third one happens and oh my god, it's amazing, and then the fourth one happens and you're just like, I think this might top my number 1 series of my entire life. I think Sarah J. Maas is officially my favorite author. My number 1 all-time favorite series is, and probably forever will be, Harry Potter. I have been questioning this for the last few months. Like, I read Queen of Shadows, which is the 4th book in this series. Still am not sure, but the reason that all-time favorite series probably still goes to Harry Potter is because of how nostalgic it is for me. Even though I think Throne of Glass might be written better and might be a better story, this is never going to stop making me choke up just by starting the book. And like listening to the soundtrack, which is the movie, I wouldn't be the reader that I am or the person that I am without this book and this series being a part of my life. Like, I 100% believe that, and I don't think that's ever gonna change. I don't think Harry Potter will ever stop being something that I want to be reading. I always come back to this series. If I don't know what to read, I'm gonna read Harry Potter. If I don't know what to watch, I'm gonna watch Harry Potter. Those are my top 10 favorite series of all time. Comment down below what your top favorite series are. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I will see you guys very soon with a new video because I post every Monday and Thursday. Bye! I wish I could take all the things